We're just 2 weeks away from Christmas, but many here in the Mississauga-Lakeshore riding are thinking about heading to the polls tomorrow ahead of the federal by-election.
There are a record 40 names on the ballot, the highest number of candidates to run in any electoral district in a federal election or by-election. This will also be the first time Canadians get a chance to vote since Pierre Poilievre became Conservative Party leader. Ron Chinzer, a police officer in the area, is the Tory candidate. We reached out for an interview, but he did not respond in time for this broadcast. Now, experts say Poilievre may not even make a big impact here.
I don't think the Poilievre election and factor is going to be much of a factor here. I think it helps the Conservatives that they now have a leader. I find it revealing that he doesn't seem to have spent much time, if at any time, campaigning very publicly and openly for the Conservative candidate in the riding.
The seat became empty earlier this year when former Liberal MP Sven Spangeman announced he was resigning to take a job at the United Nations. The party is hoping he's replaced by Charles Sousa, a former Ontario Liberal finance minister who represented Mississauga South in the provincial legislature.
People just want respect. They don't really care about the infighting and the toxic nature that politics seems to have brought recently. And I've certainly been in, I grew up in the community. I've been in the private sector for, many years, 30 years prior to politics. So I understand the engagement that people have every day and the struggles that they face.
Julia Cole, a former provincial constituency assistant, is the NDP candidate.
By-elections are amazing opportunities to try something new, to deviate away from the status quo, and to really look at the person rather than the party, because this one seat isn't going to change anything on the grand landscape of Canada, but it will send a message.
And Mary Kidnew, a lifelong Mississauga resident, is representing the federal Greens.
I saw a calling to step up and serve my community in a better way, and this was not a planned election. We were just in this situation not 8 months prior to him resigning, and so I saw it as a real calling to step up and serve my community.
Elections Canada estimates just over 9,000 people in the Mississauga-Lakeshore riding cast a ballot during advanced polls earlier this month. Now, experts say voter turnout is expected to be low, which is not unusual in by-elections, but there may be other factors in this case.
Some people think that the holiday season is going to impact turnout. I'm not one of those. I think a much bigger impact will be weather. Today we had all this snow in the GTA.
Because of the large number of candidates on the ballot this time, Elections Canada actually had to make a special 2-column ballot for voters. Now you can head to the polls at 8:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. For City News, I'm Leah Johansen.